After a judge has examined the dog, the next part is they will have them, they want to see them move, they want to see how the rear legs come down. So they'll move away from the judge, and then you'll turn around and move straight back to the judge. And a lot of Belgians like to look at you or jump. So I usually will give the judge a cookie. In this case, I'm just going to put it on the chair where I have the camera. There it is. There's a cookie. And then I'll say, I'll show her I don't have any food in my hand, so she doesn't look to my hand. And I'll say, let's go. Let's go. That's a good girl. Where's the cookie? Let's go. Okay, that wasn't very good, but the idea is she is coming straight to the judge. And if you have a puppy that, in this case, she has a really nice front, and I'll want to show the judge, she has a nice front and expression. And then, the lighting isn't very good on this. But if I have a puppy that doesn't have a very good front or expression, then I will probably cook. In this case, I'll go, come on. And then I'll come back, make a little bit of a turn, and present the dog sideways. There we go. And another side note, one of the biggest mistakes I see most any beginner do is Belgians should have a nice arch of neck. And it should look like an Arab horse, just be proudly arching, which is really hard if you're holding the bait up here and the dog's looking up, the neck it can't arch at all because it's tilting backwards to look at your bait. So if I have it up here, there's no arch. Now if I have my teacher to stand and have the collar up underneath your neck, and she has learned to sort of lean into it. So, and then the cookie is below her nose, not above her nose, but either level with her nose or a little bit below. Then she has an arch of neck. Come here. There we go. And ideally, you can teach the pup, this is a little bit advanced, but to kind of, once they have a good stand, you can hide the cookie kind of behind your leg, scratch on your pants or skirt, crumple something, but you want to keep the bait and their area of interest level with their nose or a little bit below. And so this is, a common way to present a Belgian. You're using a leash, you're standing in front, and there's a cookie a little bit below. I also teach, I'll toss a cookie, watch, break, good girl. So that you don't want to be tossing bait around the ring, but every once in a while, come. You can do a little bit, especially, whereas one Doberman person was saying she goes and finds a corner and practices a little bit if there's a big class. And you just want to make sure you don't disturb another dog, and you don't want to be dropping stuff on another dog's tail or really distracting them. And, oh, you're bad. Back up, just back into her. Stand, Java, stand. Oh, that was bad. And I'm just moving the food around, trying to get her in a good position. At least the front part. Java. Yes, good girl. And you mark it and give a cookie, just like in obedience. Good girl. But the primary thing when you're moving is to go in a straight line. I also teach targeting, which in this case, I might have my ever-present Pepsi. looking at the floor, you want them looking at kind of eye level. Awesome. Here's a piece of cookie. There we go. And I show her the cookie, and I come back, and I say, where's the cookie? Let's go. And have her trot to the cookie. Good girl, yes. Come on. And then we trot back. And I'll have a cookie with a judge. And then, again, this is anybody who's done agility, knows about targeting. You can get, instead of having a piece of food there, which they start dragging you to the piece of food, is you can have like a little target plate, and they have to nose touch that and click, get a cookie. So that, and then they can go back and forth and nose touch and get a cookie. Yes, you're getting bored. But, so that's some basic things, going in a straight line without looking at mom, because when they start looking up, Java, they start looking up, their fronts go off. Come on. And the motion goes off if they're kind of looking up here. She sort of got this. Good girl. Okay. Ready? Let's go.